So you asked me the question about books being relevant. So post-COVID last year, 2022-23, Stelda, the packaging division that we have, is still a startup, like I said. But that was the best year we had in bookbinding in 30 years.
Lovely. And what would be the reason? I mean, I hear this story from many people saying that the particular year or the year following, the COVID was really good. I mean, how did it happen in your industry?
I don't think COVID would have had an impact in terms of that one particular year, but we are seeing that same trend happening in this year also. So last year would have been a kind of, fall through into the next year kind of thing, but we are seeing it in this year also. So for books have changed. You're right, data is available in different formats today, and to take the story of Kindle, which brought in ebooks and helped publishers position their books available in an electronic format also. But what Kindle did or e-readers did was it increased readership. So earlier, if I was reading a few books, I started reading more books because I could carry more books with me, and that helped also finally sell more physical books. So there was a decline in physical book sales in US and developed market for many years, but then it started picking up again. And during COVID, I think books publishing industry also had their best year because people had not much things to do at home. They read more books. But what we see books are as part of education. So today we feel we are part of educating India. We are one of the main reasons why, along with our partners and with our customers, India is the largest consumer of books. India is probably the most cost-effective manufacturer of books.
Lovely.
And a lot of that credit should go to the Indian printers, paper manufacturers, and also suppliers like us who work together to make education affordable for
the masses.
Roughly about 2.5-3 billion books are required for the textbook in India every year. So unless we work together to make, and many states or many places it is distributed free of cost or at subsidized cost. So we are in that space and it's only growing. So we don't see any degrowth happening in education per se. And along with our focus on providing services, we are a large part of most of the books made in India. And India is also a good book print exporters to many English-speaking countries as well as to Africa. So there is growth happening there also. So though we did away with telephone directories, a lot of those magazines.
But newer applications have come in to replace them in larger volumes.
And the sheer growth in volumes of education. India is a young country, and then we grew year on year because there were more children joining schools.
True. Young population.
Yeah, and COVID helped in re-establishing the fact that till a different generation comes, which doesn't get exposed to books in the beginning itself. Even today, we find it easier to read a book and remember, to make a note of it and then reproduce, as compared to our online experience. Because in online, we are doing multiple things.
Yeah.
So the focus
is
not so much.
The chance of distraction is very high.
Distractions are very high. And particularly the even including the millennial parents, today do not want their children to be exposed to digital.
Beyond a certain.
So books are here to stay. I don't know how. And I think education will be the largest contributor to this journey. I would not say the growth in trade books as we talk about the fiction and non-fiction books.
Yeah, the magazines.
Magazines are definitely declining, and the other books.
Annual reports.
Those are
it's all
gone. But if you look at the number of books printed have gone up. So that's all driven by education.
Yeah. That's nice. So it's basically recalibrating the industry into newer areas.
Yeah.
Probably some have degrown or gone to zero and some have grown exponentially.
Yeah.